builder here. Well, it's the framing's done, so now it's time to start putting in the utilities in the room. We're going to be doing the electrical here next, and just putting in a few outlets and a couple of lights. It's a really simple little project, and just great for the do-it-yourselfer. Typically, I don't usually do electrical in my own home. I don't really do a whole lot of it either, but you know, I know what needs to be done and do it when I have to. Lots of times I hire a professional. Couple of different things, like electrical and gas. You really have to know what you're doing with them, because they can be quite dangerous. You can burn your house down or blow yourself up, whatever, real fast with either one of them. Plumbing is not too bad. You break a pipe, well, usually you got enough time you can run to shut the valve off before you do too much damage. But with the electrical or gas, you can set up a real dangerous situation real fast. So you have to take a few precautions and use some common sense here. Now, one of the first things you need is one of these, electrical permit. Don't even think of starting without one. I know a lot of people will do electrical work and not think anything of it. You know, but really, anytime where you need a permit, it's generally for your own protection. Like I said, I mean, electrical, if you do electrical wrong, it can be dangerous. It can kill you, it can burn your house down, whatever. You know, it's always good, even if you're a professional. It's always good to have somebody looking over your shoulder and just double checking your work and making sure that everything's done safely and up to code. A lot of people think that codes are a bit of a hassle and whatnot. I mean, why do I have to do it that way? I mean, there's ways easier and quicker, you know. But the reason codes exist is because, well, somebody did it that way in the past, and they ended up burning their house down, or their house fell apart, or they hurt themselves, or even killed themselves. You know, and that's why codes exist, to protect us and make sure that these problems don't happen again. So you're well advised to get the permits and have your work properly inspected. So, like I say, this is a simple do-it-yourself project. There's nothing serious involved here. We're going to be dealing with two 15-amp circuits. I've already got them ran into the room here, and basically we're just going to be tapping off these 15-amp circuits into the rest of the room, just adding a few extra outlets and passing power on to the next room as well. When I did the office renovation, I just left the power cord sticking in the wall on the other side here, because I knew the power feed was going to come eventually as soon as I did this room. So they've just been hanging there for a few months now, and now it's time to hook them up and send the power on its way. So anyways, let's get started here. Now, first thing you need to do is come up with a plan. Like I say, I want to do some lighting and a few outlets. Now I've got an opportunity here, because this room's being built for a specific purpose. I can put in what I want where I want. Generally, when builders build a house, they just say, well, put an outlet so many feet along this wall, that wall, and you get you're basically stuck with whatever they decide to put in. But since this is going to be a custom built area, I get the opportunity to add a few extra things that I want. And in this case, I'm going to have a pair of fluorescent lights overhead, And in this corner here, I'm going to be building a workbench, a wraparound workbench that goes all the way around the room. So I want a lot of outlets. I don't like looking for outlets. So I'm going to have 3 different outlets spaced out along my workbench, so I don't have to go searching for outlets. It's always going to be handy. As well, I want lots of overhead lighting, so I'm going to be putting in 4-foot strips of LED lighting over the workbench. This is be super bright for my work area, and which is always handy. And I'm just going to have a simple off-on switch on the wall right here, and it'll just be fed by the circuit that powers the plug. So, and I'll keep the lights of these overhead lights, main overhead lights, on a separate circuit, so that I've always got at least one set of lights in the room that has power to it, even if I have to flip a breaker for some reason in the future. And that's one thing I like to do when I wire a room. I know people will bring a single line into a room, and they'll power the lights, and they'll do 6 outlets around the room, and it'll all be on the same circuit. I don't like to work that way. It's yes, you can do it that way by code, and yes, it's easier to do it that way, but the way I like to do things personally is to bring two circuits into a room, and then alternate the circuits on the outlets. I mean, this will be circuit 1, this will be circuit 2, this will be circuit 1, the next one will be circuit 2, the next one will be circuit 1, the next will be circuit 2. And again, that way, if I, in the future, for whatever reason, if I pop a breaker or I need to flip a breaker to do some work later on down the line, then I've still got power in the room on the other circuit. It's just a handy way I like to do things. So, I've already went around the room. I've marked off where I want to put my outlets. Now all I have to do is put in my boxes. Now with the boxes, because we have inside and outside walls in the room as well, all the outside boxes that are on outside walls must have a vapor barrier. This is code, no ifs, ands, or buts. You must put this in before, because this will complete the seal around your room when you put your insulation in the walls. So make sure when you pick up your boxes, you pick up vapor barriers for anything that's going to be on an exterior wall. In this case, I've got 5 items that are going to be on exterior walls. So I've got the appropriate vapor barriers, and basically you just start by stapling these vapor barriers in place where the outlets are going to go, and then you take a couple of screws and put your box inside the vapor barrier and screw it to the wall. Make sure it's secure, because they will not pass anything that wiggles in the wall. It's got to be solid. So if you've got a larger box like this one, this is a 5 gang, something like this. If you're running this between your studs, you might just want to put a little cross brace as well and secure to the cross brace so that this remains solid. Because that's one of the requirements, is that your boxes have to be secure in the wall.